Okay. Hello, hello. Welcome to Tuesday Night Team Call. We are going to kind of continue the conversation from last week about all things Control Freak, but we want to give you some pointers on how you can market it well and go into December and January when you actually start your group really strong. So of course, the name of the game is getting the word out. And one of the things that we've found success in over the years, especially with a launch, is using an info group. So we want to talk to you guys about an info group. And for this first time, we haven't done this, but unless you're a brand new coach, we really want to encourage you to run your own info group. And here's why. What we've noticed over the years is when we all team up to do an info group is it gets a little bit lopsided with who's posting in the info group. And unfortunately, sometimes what happens is people who maybe were invited by you end up in there and they see posts from other coaches and then they sign up with the wrong person, or they kind of get lost in the shuffle. It's hard to keep track of people when there's a big launch like this and a lot of people are being added to a group. So for that reason alone, we really want to encourage you guys to run your own info group. And I don't want that to make you nervous or make you think that's going to be a ton of work or scare you in any way. The reason that I've found success in info groups, I think, is because a lot of people just want to be a fly on the wall. A lot of people are intimidated when they get a message from you to straight away say yes or ask questions, but they want more information. And it's not always best practice just to send them to your, everybody's like, send me your website so I can get more. And you don't want to be super salesy. You want it to be more personal. So I think having a place for them to go and read information is great. And also once they're in an info group, which is just a Facebook group, they will be getting notified every time you post in there. So if you have a little bit of a plan in there, then they're getting notified at least once a day, hopefully more, that there's activity going on in there. There's lots of things you can do in an info group, from daily challenges, different things to get people to engage on posts, asking questions, getting people to talk to each other, and also using it as basically your captive audience to talk about what it is that you want to talk about. It's also a great place to give a behind the scenes of what they can expect from a challenge group without it being a challenge group. You can share testimonials, transformations, you can go live whenever you want. You can share all the back office things that Beachbody is providing for us. You can share all the salesy posts that we now have. I hope you guys saw the post on the team page. I shared all of the marketing tools that we got as a team into the team page yesterday. And you can kind of plan out your marketing scheme with all these materials provided and share them into an info group. I think the easiest way to go about this, I'm just going to shoot it straight, is watch what we do, be in our group, take our content and share it if you want to do it that way, straight into yours. We have no problem with you doing that. I think that it'll be more powerful if you are the voice of your own group, and you will have more success if you are the coach running an info group, or you and a couple other girls would be fine. I'd say no more than 3 people, just judging from experience of doing this several times on several different launches. I think you will see a lot of success with that. So the way that I like to run an info group from an invitation standpoint is, for one, in posts. So about once a week, in a call to action, I will talk about the info group. It can be more often. That's just kind of what I do. But in my stories, I like to talk about it a lot. And you can say, send me a message. I can get you in that group. Or if you want more information, if you have a swipe up, you can have them swipe up and grab more information there. So you can be talking about it in your stories daily. I like to only talk about it about once a week in an actual post, just because I want to make sure that my posts aren't all feeling salesy. I want to make sure that there's enough posts throughout the week that are talking about other things as well. And again, you can do more often. I wouldn't do any less often than that, but that's simply in regards to mentioning the info group in a post. I'm not saying you're only posting once about Control Freak or whatever the program is coming up. But of course, for tonight, we're talking all things Control Freak. The other thing is in personal invitations. So you'll see on Sundays, Kim always posts our weekly stuff that has the AM Energized songs and what's coming up and things like that. And in that, you'll also see ideas on how to word invitations to people. These are things that we've kind of tried, put our heads together over the years and tried out different ways to talk to people, because most of the time, if you're not already talking to strangers, you will be, and we want you to get comfortable with doing that. So within the invitation, saying somewhere in there, like, if you want to grab more information, click here, feel free to join this group, then they can get in there and join the group very easily that way. That is my favorite way to invite to an info group, is through the private message, more so than posting about it all of the time. Also, I know that when you post a link or you say join this group, or there's certain catchphrases in a post, especially on Facebook, your post doesn't do as well in the algorithm, which is why I prefer not to post about the info group too often in an actual post, if that makes sense. So within the info group, remember, people don't have any sort of expectation, but they're there for more information. So I think it's important to have the pricing, like a teaser video at the top, that's maybe like the pinned post at the top, where they can very quickly go there and within a few seconds gather the most important information that they're looking for. People want to know, what is it and how much is it, right out the gate, right? If they have to go and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll to find out those things, you're going to lose them. So we have that information. We have those pretty images. I think it's a good idea to get those in your info groups towards the beginning of your group. Of course, a welcome post in there to welcome them and let them know what they can expect. And then as you move forward closer to the launch, you're going to be sprinkling in testimonials. And it doesn't have to be just the ones from Control Freak. I think that the most powerful tool, just like all of social media, and it's no different in an info group, is using your own story. Whatever your story is with our programs and products to date is always going to be your most powerful tool in your back pocket every single time, no matter who you're talking to or what platform you're using, because that's what connects people, right? So make sure your story's in there with your progress photos so far. And if your testimonial more has to do with your mental health or something that isn't seen side by side, that's fantastic too. Talk about that. Get good at telling your story, and an info group is a great place to practice doing that. It's something you should be doing on your social media at least once a week anyways, getting your story out there. And I think an info group is just a fantastic way to say, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is what these programs have done for me. This is my experience with Autumn programs in the past. This is what I'm going to do from now until this starts, all of these things. The other thing that's really rad about running an info group is you can really pep up the hype and the FOMO. I think that's my favorite thing about using an info group, because think about all the people who you would potentially send an invite to, and maybe it goes nowhere. They're too afraid to respond or whatever, but they get this link and maybe they click it and maybe they spend 5 seconds there, right? But over the course of a few days, they start getting notified of, Brianna posted in Control Freak info group. Don't call it that, but you know what I mean? Or, Julia posted in there, and they're getting these notifications. So they go in there, it's like, okay, what's going on? Allison's going live in her Control Freak group. So you go in there, or so then they pop in and they start paying more attention, and then they see your story, and then they see a transformation from the program, and then they start thinking about, oh, maybe I could be doing this. And then they see a post about somebody saying, starting December 7th, that they're all in, that they bought their challenge pack and they're ready to go. And then that day gets really exciting, because every time you have somebody sign up, you share it in there, or better yet, you ask them to share in the info group that they're ready to rock and roll. They're excited, and that creates that FOMO. It's also a great place to use a list like we use in our stories. For example, right now, a lot of us are gearing up to run 21 Days of Fitness. The list of names has worked really well for me this month. Just acting like I have a ton of people, and not that I don't have a lot of people in there, but I can't say that they're all brand new customers, but that's okay. I've had a lot of customers come back and reorder in the last week, and I've been writing their names down on a list and saying, I'm going to cap it off at 15 people. I only have 4 spots left. I only have 2 spots left, and showing that list, and people want to get in on that. And then you have people message you and say, do you still have a spot left? And you're like, yes, I do. And it's just for you. It's got your name on it. And that might seem a little bit, whatever, but think about it from a business perspective, from a marketing standpoint. You have to bring the excitement, the hype, and the FOMO. So people want to get on board, and you know that you'll deliver. You know that you'll bring the excitement. You know that Autumn's going to bring it. You know that our programs and our products are going to speak for themselves, and they're going to be really grateful that they got in on it. So you're just helping them, get with the program and get excited and get ready to get in there. So what questions, before I move forward, do you guys have about info groups and the launch in general? Is there any questions you guys have going on with that? Anybody? Any strategies that you guys have thought about that you want to share for marketing this program that maybe I haven't touched on yet?
I think I had done the Zoom call with Letty earlier in the week or a few days ago, and we kind of like covered some questions, like as far as like the dates. Again, I keep forgetting. As far as like, isn't there like an order, and then when it hits, isn't there like a particular, like they have to order in a certain day, or I forgot.
So the coach window starts December 7th. So you can only get access if you are a coach or you're signing up as a coach starting December 7th. And then from there, the customer purchase window is December 21st. If I just said that wrong, somebody correct me. Pretty sure it's December 21st. So what I recommend, because we're in December, it's hard pressed to get people to focus on a program, and this one's going to require some focus, is don't start your group till January. So if you haven't already looked at the calendar, what you have going on, what program you're doing now, when you'll be wrapping up, when would be best to start, all of those things, then definitely now is the time to plan that out. I would highly recommend starting the second Monday in January. I think it just ends up being good timing with getting in a full prep week in January, rather than kind of toggling towards the end of December, and then you've got New Year's in the middle of a prep week, and then you're hitting play. You're going to have those people who are really stoked and excited and just want to get started, and that's fine. If they just choose to do that, that's fine. You don't have to tell anybody like, wait, you can't start. But I would highly recommend that you push out your start date till that second Monday, so that people get their product and equipment in hand, ready to go, and so that you can really help them prep mentally, physically, all the things. And what's great too with an info group is you can transition it or move them over to a separate prep week if you prefer, whatever is your preference on this, but you can provide a calendar of workouts for them to do. I'm sure there's going to be so many coming our way in the meantime. So it's not like they bought all this stuff and they can't do anything. They've got tons of things they can do while they wait for day one of the program to get rocking and rolling. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Question, Andy, are we gonna do a like a coach, like a VIP test group like we normally do? Like,
yes, we will absolutely.
Anybody that signs up as a coach start till January.
I'm still gonna have them start in January, yeah, because I'm not gonna start it in January.
You mean you're not going to start it in December?
in December.
In December, yes.
When are you starting it? February. I was
2022.
that I think what would be really rad and something that would be really helpful for all of us is as people sign up, you could always, like, especially coaches, like all of us, as we are buying our challenge packs and we're getting our things, we make a fun image and everyone can share those in their own info groups. So it looks like you have people that are doing their thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I just think that would be helpful, and it will help make it look like people are joining, because they are. It's just people on our team, but they don't need to know that exact detail. You know what I mean?
Sharing is caring.
And
So,
when is the
sorry, go ahead.
customer release?
December 21st.
Um,
Right? I keep saying that and I'm like cringing. Like,
So my thing is, my thing is if, because I'm using the coach VIP thing, like you can get in December 7th if you sign up as a coach to get me to diamond, because I'm so close. But I kind of want like my group to start before then, because if we're not going to start before then what's the point?
then what's the
of
point in the VIP?
December
That's a good point.
21st? They could just get it as a customer and not have to do VIP.
Well,
So,
there are other perks to VIP that you can.
I mean, yes, they're getting product they can start. Right. Yeah, I understand that. That was just my thinking. I don't know.
You bring up a really good point,
I
and
know.
I don't have a straight answer for you. I think it's a gray area. On
I feel like as Beachbody have waited till January for the customer release.
well, they do it in December to try to help us, because it's hard pressed to get people excited about working out in December. So it is strategy on Beachbody's part to release it in December. It's just, then you have the challenge of, are people going to get the best results starting it in December? But, that could also be your selling point. Like, look, what would you normally do the last 2 weeks of December rolling into the new year? Eating a bunch of Rolos, like you could do this and you're going to be way more focused on your goals. Yeah. The other angle you take is hyping up all the other reasons you want to be a coach and make it worth their while that way. They're getting all of their stuff sooner, even though they're not starting that program. There's so many other things they can start way sooner than everybody else. I don't know. Kim brought up a move of the day. So this is another thing that we've done in the past, where she will film different moves and share them into the team page prior to the week starting. Like, this will be the move for Monday, Tuesday, whatever. And so kind of like AM Energize or No Snooze Crew, you do the move and then you tag, and it's a fun way to just highlight the different parts of the program. It also is a great way to remind yourself to do teasers all the time of it. It's super important that you're talking about it in your stories every day in one way, shape, or form. You don't want to become white noise where you're sharing the same thing every day or saying the same thing every day or just doing the move of the day. But think of creative ways where you can be sprinkling it in somehow, some way every day. Maybe you plan it out where Monday, Wednesday, and Friday you're sharing slides. We have lots of slides now, and we will be creating more. So you have a couple different lookbooks, if you will, where it's showing little bits of the information. And maybe Tuesday, Thursday, you commit to really talking about it. Maybe on the weekends, or on Saturdays at least, you show a little bit more than the move of the day. Pretty soon, next Monday, we will have the sneak peek. So put that on your calendar. On November 30th, we will have the sneak peek. No matter what your workout is that day, scratch it or be ready to double up, because you're going to want to do that sneak peek. You're going to want to talk about it in your stories, share about it, write a post about it, all of the things, hitting it hard Monday on the 30th as soon as that sneak peek becomes available, because that's what everybody's going to be doing. And you want anybody who's maybe been following you and another coach to go, oh, she's doing it too. Okay, yeah, I've been watching her. I've watched her do blah, blah, blah for the last couple of weeks. I want to do that with her, you know? So be excited about it. Be honest about it. Talk about why you're doing it. Talk about what makes you excited to do it. Talk about the fact that you're going to be doing it with a group of people. And that is the bread and butter of what we do, being able to bring people together, have that community, have that accountability. Think of those buzzwords that you can use that relate to your story that are going to help bring people into your group and want to sign up with you for this program. What was it that you needed when you said yes to your coach, to being in your first challenge group? Was it the accountability? Was it the meal plans? Was it the specific trainer? What was it? Because that is something that you can really use, especially on sneak peek day, to kind of say, here it is, we got the program, and this is what I'm excited about, and here's why. And thinking about those few buzzwords that are personal to you will make your post and your stories personal for that day to the program, because there is going to be everybody posting about it. And that's okay, because we in the Beachbody bubble may feel like, well, everybody's posting about it, but there's far more people who don't know about Beachbody in our programs than there is that do, you know? So I'm just trying to say the market is not saturated, but at the same time, anybody who's watching coaches is going to see a lot of control freaks starting Monday. So how can you stand out? How can you shine light on your story and what has helped you get here and stay here and want to keep going and do another program? How is this program going to be different than the last? I'm just trying to throw out ideas of things that you can talk about. Again, so that you're not saying the same thing every day in your stories. You know, I'm just so excited. That's my downfall. I tend to do that. I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited about this. And in the back of my head, I'm going, why am I excited? I need to come on, think of something, you know? So I always try to bring it back to my story, bring it back to what worked for me. Why am I here? What am I doing? Why do I want to do another program? What's exciting about it? Don't just say it's exciting, but why? So that you can make that connection with people. And then the real work comes on the other side of it, reaching out and inviting people. This call's not about inviting. I say this every single week, but so much of what we do is inviting that I feel like I can't let a Tuesday night go and not bring it up, especially during the launch. It is time to buckle up and really up your game, 10x your game during a launch, especially a launch in December, especially a launch with Autumn. The more people you talk to, the more probability that you're going to hit your goals, that you're going to help more people, that you're going to move your business forward. The more people are going to get results, the more people are going to refer back to you because they're so excited to be in your group and they're getting going. So be ready to invite without any hesitation or worry or wondering what people might think. Just get out there. I told Tara this story today. There was somebody on Instagram. I have a record because for those of you who know me, I am relentless and persistent and annoying. And some people probably think I'm a nag. And I've probably been, I mean, not probably, I know I've been unfollowed. Don't care. This girl who watches me almost every day in my stories, the last time I messaged her was in October. Just my invite, whatever my October invite was, she got it because it had been at least a month since the last time I invited her and she was still watching me. And she asked if there were any spots left for 21 Days of Fitness. I said, yes, there's 2 left and you can have one of them. And she's signing up in the morning. So she says, we'll see. But I looked back at our conversation. I invited her 9 times. She never responded once, never responded. 9 times from October of 2020 back to 2017. She's gotten 9 invites from me. She watches me every single day. If somebody's continuing to watch and just not doing it, why do I care if she gets another message from me? She can choose to stop following me. But instead she thought, I want to be in 21 Days of Fitness. the point of my story is, for one, that's a record. I mean, I've probably invited other people 9 times, but to then have them like maybe join us, that's a record. But be persistent, you guys. Worst case, they unfollow. Who cares? Whatever. They're not your person. They weren't meant to be in the group with you. They were never going to be in the group with you. Whatever. Best case, they say yes, and then they say thank you because they're so grateful that you continued to pursue them and ask them. Because what we do is very, very personal. And I know for me, if I would have been the person who was following somebody online, they would have had to ask me a lot of times because I've always struggled with this. And if I got some message from some random person I'm following on Instagram, I would have been like, nope, nope, nope. Like, oh, ugh. But I would have kept watching because I knew that I needed to do something because I wasn't doing anything and I was miserable and I didn't like where I was going with my weight and my body image and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to invite people, especially the people who are in your storefront watching you. They're continuing to watch you for a reason. Like, think about who you watch daily. Do you watch people who bother you? Typically, no. You watch people who are intriguing in some way, shape, or form. You like what they wear. You like what they talk about. You like what they share around their house. Whatever it is, you're watching them for a reason. So people who continue to watch you are watching you for a reason. So you got to make that connection or reach out and ask them. They're probably not going to reach out to you based on a poll or a story. It happens, but it's far more rare than saying, hey, do you want to join this group with me? Hey, I've got this 21 Days of Fitness group. Probably don't even know what that means. It's just an online accountability group. It's going to be great. If you want more information about it, let me know. And I'd love to send you some more information. You're not saying, hey, give me $160 because I'm trying to hit Success Club, you know? Just an invitation to be in the group. Easy peasy. No big thing. Okay, any questions regarding anything so far?
I know I'm looking really good right here. But I was going to say, I think that you have to go into that no matter what, even though the world might not change 2021, January 1st, 2021, I still think that you can change January 1st, 2021. And I think that if we lead with that, because I know for like, I mean, guys, pandemics tend to last like 3 years. Like we don't know what we're in for. So why not decide right at the gate that you're in control of what ends up happening January 1st, 2021. And imagine going into January 20, and this is like T25. I mean, I can't tell you how many programs have launched where we're starting the year and this is what we're doing. And what's rad is I feel like you get to say, I don't even have to think about, I don't have to make a resolution. I don't have to do any of that. I just get to wake up January, whatever, and I already have a plan. It's already paid for. I got it on sale because it's more expensive in January. I don't know if that's true, but you can for sure say that if you'd like. And away you go. And I think that that is going to drastically help you speak to other people, because I think people already have that feeling like if 2021 is the same as this, I ain't going to make it. So if we're not the hope dealers that spills into 2021 already, I mean, we have our leg up, right? Like we don't have to sit around and look through Pinterest and go, what are we going to do? We just get to say, here's what we're going to do. And so just for when you're coming at it from your stories, lead with that. That will only help in all the ways.
And I don't know about you guys, but since I do talk to a lot of people all the time because I'm a crazy invite person, I'm definitely seeing the cycle of the gym goers come back around. Where there was, unfortunately, I feel awful for gyms, but it's just the reality of, you know, there was that moment in time when things were opening back up. And so I was getting a lot of messages like, hey, I'm good. My gym just opened back up. I'm like, great. But aside from the Peloton people, I'm always like, no, I wish you did not have one of those bikes. But aside from those people, the gym goers are like, or the non-gym goers and the gym goers are like, yeah, I need something. Like, I can't just keep doing nothing. You know, people are at that point. We are far enough into this now where you have two sets of people and then Peloton people. You got the people who love going to the gym and they can't right now, or they're not comfortable with it, and the people who don't do anything. That was me. I was the not do anything person. So I am allowed to say that without being judgmental. And those two camps of people need us right now, you know? The gym goers are like, I really don't want to do Beachbody, and I really don't want to buy one of those bikes. It's so annoying. But they know they need it. They know they need to work out. And who wants to put together a Pinterest workout? Those people who put together Pinterest workouts, I feel bad for them too, because you don't have the accountability, you don't have the structure, you know? So those are great ideas of things that obviously don't say it like I just said it, but things that you can say in your stories, you know, about don't say gym goers and blah, 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 blah. But you know what I mean? Talking about having the plan. It's laid out for you. When your box comes, because we're all ordering on December 7th, you open that box online and you show the calendar and you talk about the fact that you don't even have to think about it because it's already planned for you. Literally, you walk into whatever room, garage, basement, whatever, and you hit a button and then you go. There's no thought, no nothing. And then you tell your group that you did it. And if you didn't do it, then they're coming for you. Like, hey, where are you at? Why didn't you show up today? What's going on? Are you okay? All of those things. And then the non-gym goers are just like, shoot, like, I need to do something to make myself feel better, you know? That was me. I don't know. Just saying. We have a lot of work to do. And I think that perspective is everything right now. I think if you look at it from the perspective of we have such an opportunity now more than ever to help so many people, like that feels pretty good. That gets me out of bed at 5 in the morning. It's supposed to be 4:30, but 5 in the morning to send out invites when I wake up and I think somebody needs a message from me today. At least 50. I'm going to send at least 50. But somebody really needs it today, and somebody's going to say yes because they need that thing that makes them feel good, that's going to make them feel good. They need that. That's kind of my one-liner in my stories a lot is, you know, I needed something to feel better. I needed something to help me feel good. Right now, you need something positive to focus on. I couldn't even think of my own liner. Something positive to focus on. That's what I like to talk about a lot in my stories because everybody needs something freaking positive to focus on right now. And what better than this, you know? Working on your physical health, your mental health, you've got community. We've got a lot of things that a lot of people are lacking right now, right here as a gift to give to people. And also, don't underestimate the power of saying, oh, you know, so-and-so said yes, I'm gonna send out her enrollment, her share cart. I'm going to ask if she has any friends who want to do it too. If she says maybe, score. Then either you have another person in your group or you say, hey, well, you should sign up as a coach and here's why. And there you go. Referrals. I don't think we talk about referrals enough on this team, but it's a real thing. I mean, if you were the person on Instagram who answered a poll or answered a message or whatever, and you didn't know your coach, and she said, well, you know, bring a friend, that person's probably going to get even better results if her BFF is in the group too. It's a win all around. All right, girlies. Well, I think that's all I've got for tonight, but we will be continuing the conversation about Control Freak as it gets closer. Not every call till then will be all about that, but we wanted to just make sure you had lots of ideas on things. Remember, if you see things in other people on our team's stories or posts or whatever, we are all about sharing is caring. Make it your own, but always feel free. If it's somebody you haven't kind of used from before, of course, reach out and ask. But as far as I'm concerned, you're always welcome to anything that I post. And same goes for the info group. So if you haven't ran one before on your own, get into ours. Right now it's called a Black Friday all month long. And we're going to switch up the marketing this weekend to be all about Control Freak. But get in there, and you know, if you don't want to think about what should I post, when should I post it, let us post it, grab it, put it in your group. You can do that every day. We're totally good with it. We're just trying to set you guys up for success, which is why we want you guys to run your own. If you take the ownership in that and you do it yourself, you're going to be the face, and you're going to have more people who sign up with you because you're like heading it up, basically what it comes down to at the end of the day. The leader of the pack, for sure.
Also, you can partner up. Like, don't have to go. That goes on the bottom. There's a little one. You can partner up with somebody. So, like, you could run it with another person. You don't have to do it by yourself. I don't think that is, that's kind of nice. Like, Andy and I always swap off days. She'll go live, I'll go live. We have different stories. I mean, pretty much a lot of the same story, but pretty much the same. But that's fine. I think that really helps just to bring some different dynamics. This is how this person talks, and just all different. So I definitely would recommend partnering up with somebody. The other thing I was going to say is I put in the chat, when you share your link from Facebook into your Instagram DMs, the link does not work. So that it's going to take them to go log in. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that. Do you notice that? Yeah. So if you go to that thing that I posted, it's called URL Genius. You can deep link your group, and then when you share it, it goes right to the group, which is really great. So I recommend doing that as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then I think we should brainstorm songs for our moves of the day, or our whatever of the day. Because there's lots
Don't ask me.
Well, there's lots of freaky songs, Get your freak on. Get your freak on.
Like Diplo, that song.
What's Diplo's? I'm not that hip.
It's old. It's with Steve Aoki. It's like EDM. It's like, yeah, get freak. Because I did a Triller video.
Oh, okay. Right. So see, lots out there. So we should put out, like, I'll start a little message in, or a post in the team page, and then you can drop some ideas.
Rick James, super freak.
Oh, Rick James. I mean, wouldn't be a day without him in my life. Okay, really random. When we did Andy Milano's Don't Give Up on Me, did we do push-ups everywhere? Remember we were doing push-ups in airports, in staircases, on couches. Why were we doing that? Was it push-ups?
I don't remember doing push-ups. You asked me this earlier, and I didn't respond because I didn't remember.
It was for when
like I
we
saw
launched
that.
100 Morning Meltdown.
Well,
But I don't remember the push-ups part. That was definitely for the launch of Morning Meltdown. But
I think somebody was going somewhere. Like, I think, was it during Summit?
it was
Yes, it was.
I remember somebody was doing it in the airport.
we were, Tara and I don't remember, maybe Andrew. I don't remember who was with us or what. Why? Well, were we doing the move of the day, or we were just?
Yeah, it was the move of the day.
It always just felt like push-ups. I'm confused at that. I don't know. I'll have to go back. It was.
I can do mine in the COVID unit of the hospital.
You did what?
So I can do mine in the COVID
Yeah.
unit of the hospital.
Yeah. See, it's for anybody. I just remember it being very inspirational. We were very inspirational, guys. I just vaguely remember that, which is crazy because it's not even that long ago.
So for like the newbies, like kind of like being like a fly on the wall for the info groups, is that what you're saying? No. Did I do that again? Yeah.
No, I feel like Letty and you could, and maybe someone else could run a group together. And you don't have to be a fly on the wall. You can post the things.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that would be, we make it really easy because all the content is there.
I have been posting and stuff. I did get like a couple of people interested, but I don't know. What about guys?
Oh, the guy question. Allison just had a guy too. I don't know what to do with guys. I wish I could tell you. I don't ever sign up guys.
This guy just gets me like all to himself because I like check in with him every day and I'm like, did you do your workout? Like, here, I did my workout. Send me your sweaty selfies. This is like a relationship we're starting here.
So this is what I've done. I created a bod group through the bod apps, and I've put all of my people that were referrals from Beachbody, and I have a lot of guys that they've made me their coach, and I'm just putting them all in that group, plus any of my customers that I'm signing up. But our group, our stuff that we run together is only women. And if I get enough guys, then I will run a guy group, and my hope is that I get a guy coach and he can run the guy group.
That would be good.
So
I know I talked about it with Letty. and like I just got mom brain fart.
The TV was on the.
No, it's hard. I mean, I feel like there are guys. I had a guy and he was very needy and he always wanted to his food. And I'm like, one day James is gonna be like, who's this guy sending you his selfies and his food? I'm like, I don't know. He found me on the internet. It's my friend.
Allison, what program is your guy doing though?
He's doing Lift 4 with me. So yeah, he's all in. So it's fine. I mean, he's a friend. I know he's not like a current friend I see, but like I know him, so it's not too weird, I guess. But I just feel bad because the group like mentality and is fun, and he's totally missing out on that part.
Yeah.
So
Did you invite him to try?
yeah, I did. I mean, I don't know. I think he feels funny because all he sees is women on there too, so he doesn't want to be like the creeper guy, you know.
We used to have a couple guys that posted back in the day. Remember, there'd be like random guys. I remember who had cousins that were all coaches. That I think it was Brittany. It was her cousin, Grant. Isn't it Grant back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did.
He even got on team calls for a minute.
calls.
Do you remember that?
Did all the things. Yeah.
I don't know how to coach guys.
Neither, but you take them if they come, or at least
Yeah.
that was my first customer, so I wouldn't turn
Yeah.
them away. I was like, yeah, great.
I definitely did a one guy group for one of the launches, whatever launched over the summer. I don't remember. MBF maybe. And I just put him in a group all on his own, checked in. And it did feel a little bit weird, like
Yeah.
just you and me. And I also felt weird because normally if I have multiple groups going, I just copy and paste whatever I said in all the groups. But it's like geared towards us, you know? So I'm like, I don't want to say that
You
in
should
there.
have
I
made
just-
Eric post in there.
So I would just say, did my workout. Even the pictures sometimes I'm like, I don't want to post that picture in there. It's weird. You know what I mean?
Yep. I hear
It's
you.
just all different.
Well, that was
That's when you take a picture of Eric work and post it.
yeah.
What are you watching? Watch it.
So Will didn't end up going to Florida. He ends up leaving tomorrow. He's going to Sebring. So they had to pull out a rotary motor out of the Mazda and the clutch or something. He thinks it's like car language. I don't know. So he'll be driving to Florida.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, wear your mask, wash your hands, be extra cautious over there.
her husband he does the race cars, right?
Yeah, he works for a race team, a local race team here. It's like 10 minutes from the house. It's really nice. They make they build Mazda Miatas and stuff. So he'll be gone for the holidays, the turkey trot down in Sebring. So I don't know if you guys follow racing. I don't.
That's cool. We'll be praying
Thank you.
for him and then praying for you because I know you'll be by yourself.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just like boycotting Thanksgiving and training. Like fully immersing myself into bod, like waking up. So hopefully I'll be like fully committed. And my story is like, I'm up early. I woke up early. I did an AM workout and I was super excited. It worked out.
All right, girls. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for hopping on.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Really
What'd you say?
safe drive home. You have a long drive home from Tara.
Well, it's a little long. It's okay. I'll play that music really loud. It'll be fine. There'll be nobody on the roads. You don't even have to put your jammies on. You just crawl into bed. Okay, girls. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.